I start walking now. Get your mats. If you're going to stretch out, get your chair. If you're going to do chair exercises, line up. If you're walking along the wall, stand up. If you're walking in place, that's it. Get your weights. Get your mat. Get your chair. Jump on your bike. Start your treadmill. Hide in the kitchen. Hide in the kitchen. Power on. Yeah, y'all. Today's our little long walk. We do 20 minutes and then 15 minutes. And then we do the numbers. Whew. So happy. Whew. This number thing has been a lot. Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to exercise. I know I'm supposed to say subscribe. I say, just hit that bell so y'all know when I'm on. Okay? Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Okay, hold on. I gotta remember to sit on my haunches. Alright. Yeah, y'all. I found out now, Eves, I don't say women no more, I say Eve or Eves. I'm so happy about that. I got the chess song off the old computer, the original, off the old computer and put it on the new computer. And I thought that was going to never happen. So that worked. And today I found out why Tamika gave me all those warnings about staying focused, manifestation. I know what she's talking about. And I found out how I screws it up. I have bad anxiety attacks, y'all. I have them. You probably look at me on the outside, I'm like, go, 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 go. You can get it. But there's a screaming voice inside of me that says the total opposite. And when we get to fighting back and forth, ain't no manifestation going on. None. None. Can't focus on it. None. It reminds me of Aunt Clara on you remember the old Bewitch program? She always would come out in the closet or in the chimney, or because she was old and she just couldn't focus that much. So that's how I feel in manifestation. When I was younger, I would have the same anxiety attacks, but I was strong enough to just stay focused. And then back then, I wasn't focusing on money. I was focusing on, okay, all these teens out here dying and all this, unlifing one another. So I was focusing on what can I do to help that? How can, money would have helped, but I needed to get a cast. I had to, I had Mariana Loosemore with me from the Henry Street Settlement, so that was not a problem. But, I didn't focus on money. I focused on that. So that happened. And I didn't even focus on that in a big way. I didn't think Broadway. Because the kids and stuff that I was trying to help, they didn't go to Broadway. They didn't have Broadway money. So I didn't think manifest, give me a whole bunch of money so I can make this play and we go on Broadway. I didn't manifest in that way. I was like, how can we teach kids that it's more things to do than just unlifing one another? So many options. So that's where my manifestation came from. And though I call it the little screaming girl inside, even though she was screaming, I was able to calm her down. But I noticed this month, the manifestation, that screaming girl, she's screaming. And knocks my concentration, my focus, everything what you need to manifest. So I hope y'all keep going. I mean, I'm going to do numbers today and hear Tamika's numbers, because now I think the message will come back and say, you got it. you understood. You know, because we ain't doing the numbers no more. I'm not doing this no more. No, thank you. No, thank you. The little screaming girl is anxiety driven. She don't like that. She don't like them numbers. So this is gonna be it. Y'all gonna have to come back to March and look at the videos if y'all want numbers. So I'll see what Tamika says. And this, so this today, Tuesday, and then Thursday, and then I can give Tamika a big air kiss, because by then I'll have all the messages. I can sit down and put them all together for myself and see what this message is. And then the little screaming girl inside me, whew, I can calm her down. She get out of control sometimes. So I'm going along. And that's why I put it in the title. If I was young enough and able to do the manifestation without the anxiety, I'd have been wealthy. I'd have been rolling in dough. Totally. I always have ideas that work out. Yes, oh totally. Yeah. But I got this little screaming girl inside me. And when she starts screaming, I shut everything down. I said, okay, calm down, relax. We'll do it like this. We'll do it this way, where we have more control over it. And then something just like the numbers, it's up in the air. Anyway, but it works for some people. But it didn't ever work for me. So, but I'm going on, because we only got today. We only got this week. So, I was sitting there, and I said, okay, what would you do? $1 billion, 750,000, probably more by now. I don't even know how much it is, because I ain't going back to that place until Saturday, after I toss these numbers and stuff, and maybe even not then, maybe Sunday, maybe ever. I'm through with them numbers places. Whew. Oh, the little girl starts screaming when I walk in the door. Whew. So anyway, in my manifestation, because I had to find something that really makes me feel good and makes me feel happy. And I would give seniors, I would try to find some way through Uber or Instagram to throw my money behind it to help us seniors out. Listen, I don't care. They say, oh, what, they have grandkids and kids and they'll take it. Listen, if you send it, they'll get some. If you don't send it, you know they ain't getting nothing. So, what made me feel really good about the billions and the millions is the fact that I could buy into Uber or some kind of service company like that, or more than just Meals on Wheels. More than just Meals on Wheels. like give an allowance to the seniors. I give 1,500 on Uber, 500 on Instacart for the month, every month. And that way, when you can't get out, you can't go out, you can call and have someone bring over your things that you need, your necessities. Also with Instacart, that's another thing for seniors. You can order, you just pick up the phone. You got a $500 monthly allowance on Instacart and $500, not weekly, monthly allowance on Instacart and $500 on Uber. You ain't got to wake up and scrap and try to stand and make your own food, stuff like that. Sometimes if you feel like it, you do. But if you don't feel like it, you got $500. Say you want to invite the family over and you want to put a nice meal together. Fine, you got $500. Say you want to order a little cake for your grandbaby. You got $500. Stuff for you. Your supplies that you need. You got Instacart. Somebody's just going to go there, pick it up, and bring it to you. Isn't that lovely? I really get into it when I think on it. See, this should be in place for seniors already, but we penal colony, and look it. We penal colony people, if they hadn't caught themselves and said, wait a minute, we giving these inmates tablets and old people can't even afford internet? And somebody said, oh, you better hurry and give it to them for somebody see it and see something. See it and say something. You're not thought of, is what I'm trying to say. And all those old people, look at all over the states, or the penal states. Look in there and see who's in there. That's all old people. My age or older. Honey, I can tell you right now, them people are full of hate and rage. Yes, those European Africans, hate and rage. Hate and rage, and that's what's running the government. Remember I told y'all that there's no such thing as racism because it's the African in them that they can't deal with. So it comes out explosively towards us because this is the color of us outside, but this is the color of them inside. All African, but some closer. Especially on this penal colony, where them men was running around humping through those enslavement compounds, willy-nilly, leaving all kind of mixed race children behind. Millions and millions and millions and millions of them. And guess what? That's who you see in government right now. They can't stand old people, and they can't stand minorities. So, yeah. I would use my money, any winnings I got, anything, to help senior citizens. Yeah, I know we probably wouldn't last long, but hell, I ain't gonna last long either. Me and the money could go at the same time. Whew. Yes, that's what I would do. Sometimes you don't feel like cooking, but you always feel like eating. But you see, this is a penal colony, and that would mean that we would be somewhat independent. And they don't like independent, just like they don't like you being healthy. The economy is ran on the fact that you're sick. They can't have healthy people. How are they gonna make money off healthy people? So even with Uber and Instacart, that's a chance to get you someplace and somebody pick you up some fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, when you don't feel like going out there and getting it yourself. You ain't got to just turn around and open up a can with enough tin in it to block up every artery in your heart. You don't got to do that. You put in the order for fresh vegetables. Yeah. I would try to do something with the AIDS and stuff too, but again, that's all contingent on an ill society. That's a whole nother economic thing itself. I had to get rid of the radio. I don't even listen to it. I'm just so happy. I don't even use it in the car no more. I'm going to tell you what I hear when I turn on the radio. I turn on the radio, I hear cancer, diabetes, cancer, diabetes, wound infection, skeletal deterioration. That's all I hear. All I hear. Heart health, posterior health, this health, doctor this, doctor this, doctor this, doctor. I'm like, boy, this is the biggest mind fuck ever. I got rid of it. I only listened to it like 5 minutes in the morning before I came down here for the walk to see how the weather was. But no, I ain't listening to that stuff. Do you see what that puts in your head? But that's a whole economy. So they want you to eat that tin. They want you to, everything that's going on with seniors now. And I remember, what was this? Maybe 6 years ago, 8 years ago with that eye occlusion thing. And they sent me to this place. It was filled with nothing but seniors. Nothing. And I looked at them and I was like, okay, so some of it was alcoholism. There's a lot of sugar from alcohol. Blow your eye out. But this was, one lady sat down and talked with me, and she talked about it as casually as, oh yeah, I get that. Oh, I get eye occlusion all the time. I just come here, and then he gives me a shot. He sees what it is, and then I come back. And I remember looking at her like, what? I was like, I'm in the wrong place. And then I came back. Jamaican got castor oil. It just blocks the little capillaries as much as it can, but I'm getting older, it has happens in this time of my life. It's not evil, this ain't nothing they can fix. They can't cut it out, they can't surgery it out. It's called deterioration, as my whole matter is deteriorating because I'm getting older. But you go in there for that mind fuck. No, we're gonna make you see just like when you was 3 years old. I didn't know what I was seeing at 3 years old. I may see it clearly, but I didn't know what it was. Ooh, these folks, honey. So, y'all keep manifesting. You're young enough, you got enough. You don't got enough of those hits to get you all focused like me. You know? But want. Because that's the only way you're going to get. That's the only way you're going to get. I'm telling you now. I was saw something on YouTube. They was like, oh, how black mothers be or something. And the little girl was wanting. And the mother was like, people in jail want out. People in hell want water. I had to turn away. I was like, that's what keeps you in poverty. I say, here, girl, once, and that money can fall right in my pocket. What you want? What you want? What you want, a yacht? You want a yacht? Yacht up that money in my pocket, girl. Want it? See the dollar bills. See your mama just pulling back the dollar. Nah, people in jail want out. People in hell want water. Want and want and want and want, y'all. And you will get it. You will get it. Don't wait until you're as old as I am. And when you go to manifest and see stuff, you just got so many anxieties, so many things that just knock you right off the tracks. But y'all don't have that. So want and want and want and want. See yourself having it. Keep that anxiety at bay. Stay focused. It does work. But I'm just glad I know what my problem is. Plus when you walk with me, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm walking, y'all. Trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking now. Trying to save my feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking now, they'll cut me up until I'm just. And take that to the bank, y'all. I know y'all say, they my friend. Everybody I know who has a doctor for a friend been cut up in some form of fashion. Got some kind of disease, some kind of disease, some kind of shit going on. They like talking doctor talk. I don't know doctor talk. Though I did billing, medical billing and coding, I understand doctors talk. But I don't want to talk doctor talk with them, and they don't want to talk doctor talk with me. There you go. So yeah. Oh, y'all have to go and look at Rose and Anze. Oh. Yes, I do love my Africans in China, African women in China. African Eves in China. I love them. Y'all know I look at African daughter-in-law in China. And Rose and Anze. With Wajing. I know it's the husband's name. She says it a lot, but I can't think of it now. Anyway. She went to the doctor because she's pregnant. Baby's due in about 2 months. Let me tell you, the takeaway I got from it was for 6 months, she would have an income, her and her husband, to help give that baby a good foundation. I was sitting there, I was like, what? 6 months? I know it's probably different now for y'all, but for me, it was like, you got 6 weeks, and if you take 3 weeks before the baby, after the baby, you got 3 weeks. If not, you're going to lose the position we're holding for you. And then, we'll give you another 6 weeks, and if you don't come back, you're fired. That was our maternity thing. You got no money. They gave you nothing. Nothing. I probably may have had 2 or 3 kids, but they gave you nothing. I couldn't sit on stage, y'all. I know that's the way for the Mormons and the FLDS and Jehovah's Witnesses and all these cult people. I know social services is and SSI is a way of life for y'all, but I can't do that life. I can't do that life. So I just had one child and said, thug it out with babysitters until school start. But they gave me nothing. Nothing. I just had a real good landlord. Who's her godmother? She has a couple of them. And she also told me, oh, you'll find something, don't worry about it. Because remember I told you her child was abused by a babysitter. So she was like, listen, if you don't go back to work, it ain't the rent that's the problem. I remember sitting there crying. I remember crying. I didn't, when Martha said it to me, even now, I'm like, well enough. Because her son had been abused while she was working and left at a babysitter. So she wasn't gung-ho about me taking my daughter babysitter. So she was like, if it's the rent, take your time. That's a beautiful woman, Martha Barbeau. Beautiful. She's a bridesmaker. Down there, you know they always have the designer, but then you have the people who really make the dress. Martha really made the dress. Yeah. Beautiful woman inside and out. Her family left her about 10 brownstones in Bed-Stuy. But go back to China. 6 months. Ain't that something? Girl, I remember me and Dave both crying for the first 3 days being home. I was crying, she was crying. I ain't know what to do. She ain't know what to do. I ain't had no money. She ain't had no. Whew. 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 Horrible times in this penal colony. I think they say it's getting better, but I love my daughter, but they made it horrible for you to have kids. So when I looked at, I said that China healthcare system, I was like, what? What? We knuckling over here with 10 weeks. And y'all think that's great. 6 months. You ain't realized yet you want to be in the colony? Child, I knew it. 6 weeks. Well, the baby is heavy. I can't run up and down the train steps. I gotta leave early. 6 weeks. So I had to time it. Lugging, baby. Running up and down the 8 train stairs. They didn't even have elevators. Until I couldn't do it no more. And then my time started ticking. I got no money. It was horrible. It was horrible. The whole childhood experience was horrible for me. Now, I had friends, they got 3, 4, 5, and honey, it didn't hit them like that. But when my daughter looked at me and said, Mommy, I ain't have no kids, whew, that was the first time that little screaming girl was calm. She was like, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh, so happy. Whew. I'm so happy. I couldn't imagine getting ready to do a matter, separation of matter energy, knowing that I done left the little grandbaby here to be torn to shreds and humped on. Definitely humped on for the first 20 years of life by these humping killers. I would never be able to rest. Oh. Whew. You see, missed that one. You see how passionately I feel about that? That's what throws off my manifestation. You see? But now I know. I'm done. I'll do a little manifestation, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit. Well, other than that, Nah. But you young people, y'all go for better, better, best. Want more. Want greater. Want better than. And on this penal colony, you don't want any kids? Don't have it. It's a horrible life. It's a horrible life. Because even those women's that got those men that they say, oh, it's nice. I have my husband and we got our kids. We live. He's stomping her out, hunching on her and the kids. I sometimes say humping and sometimes I say hunching. Because they have an advantage over you. And that's what babies are used for in this penal colony. To weaken their mother, not to strengthen them. To weaken the mother. And then all kind of manner of tomfoolery can go on. Because this is a society ran by humping folks and unlifing folks. The most dangerous creature on the earth. Man. Man. No. Greatest day of my life was when I shut that down. I was like, oh no, you ain't never gonna get me like that, use me like that, stomp me out, threaten me and threaten the kids. No. Humper and lifer that you say God made you. Listen, you got to go find you some angels. They used to say that about us when I was young and dating African American men. I was also working at the bar. One man came, he was so excited. He said, what is wrong with you black women? What is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. Y'all don't want to do nothing for us. If I get a unicorn, she'll do everything for me. Including grease my knob with a tongue. And I was like, boy, go on over there and get you one of them African Europeans. And stop messing with me. I was raised to take care of you. But during the enslavement process, they taught me that everybody on their own. But now all of a sudden we always all got to be connected. Anyway. No. I wouldn't have another kid. They allowed to hunch on you, little kids, leaving little babies and little kids, and nothing happens to them. They say, oh yeah, they're going to child it. No. There is millions that never make it there. Because the family will be disgraced. The family will be disgraced. That's why I didn't raise my daughter to be connected to no family. You just keep your secret because the family will be disgraced. I told my daughter, you ain't never going to disgrace me. Tell me every fucking thing. We'll go from there. We don't operate on disgrace. You're on a penal colony. It's like, like in the prisons. He dissed me. He disrespected me. I was like, bitch, you in a prison. This is a penal colony. As soon as they don't get shit. I don't even think we treated better than old prisoners in jail. I think they treated better than us on the penal colony. Know where you are, child, and what you're dealing with. But I'm grateful. I'm still in awe of those South Korean sisters. No, no. You ain't gonna beat us. You're not gonna SA us. You're not gonna belittle us, belie us. And then we gonna lay there, legs spread for you? They said no. But, that's called self-respect. Very little of that on this Beatles on me. They don't care. They will go out and get a master's degree and hook up with someone who was in jail for killing 25 people, put their kids around them, and then be shocked when he unlifed them. But they call him educated. But the cult says as long as you have a man, it don't matter. He ain't gotta be a good man. He ain't gotta be a great man. He ain't gotta be an honest man. He ain't gotta be a sincere man. He ain't gotta be a man of means, dignity, morals. They don't care. That Bible y'all look at say you gotta have a man. Husband cleave the wife, wife cleaves the husband. Also, it says that if you don't get married and you have a bastard, because that's how you get a bastard when you're not married, that bastard can't get into heaven until the 10th generation. But so that's why you have that husband. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. He ain't never worked a day in his life. You already been trained how to take care of him. You gotta have a man. That's what they say. Man, if I was younger and I'd have seen on TikTok, I'd have reached out to those South Korean women. I said, help me, help me, help me. They started training me to be an animal trainer from when I was a teenager. Help me, help me. Whatever they do to me, the law of the land and the cult say it's okay because he is a man. Oh, I'd have had my ass in South Korea. I'd have packed up my daughter. I was like, because then we can work together. You can watch my kids. If I have kids, because I had day by then, I would find like the single parent groups in the housing. I don't care. Me and Dave, we would live in a closet happily, as long as we ain't got to be around them humper killers. I can't even tell you. And I see the Korean women and the Chinese, and they are so creative, so smart, just like us. But they're allowed to be. Here, if you're too smart, you go to hell. If you're too smart, you got the devil in you. Shut up, open your legs. That's what this society is. And the women love it. They teach their children how to do it. No, honey, don't say anything, because you got to get a husband. And then your daddy, who you had to look up to find because he gave you away so long ago, has to come over and give you away again to another man that's going to do nothing but hump or hunch on you and unlife you, because they're the most dangerous animals on the planet Earth. The most dangerous. And you teach us to lay next to them with our eyes closed. That's why I get dogs. And that's why I do have a dog. I said, listen, you get a husband, get a dog. Because he's a humper, he's a killer. And he will wake up in the middle of the night, look over at you, especially if he got another girl, or if his kickstand is out, and he don't want you to please Okay, can we do it? Okay. He don't want you to handle his kickstand. He don't want you in that sleep. You better get that dog there so it can bark and give you a chance to get you out. No. But y'all are taught to take care of these people. I remember listening to my aunts talking. And I was like, yeah, he gets mad, but it don't hurt that much. It don't. And I said, yeah, they get. And they said, now these women, like, yeah, he gets mad. Yeah, he does. And that's how he takes it out. But God said we should forgive. And that's our husband. And we made this commitment to it. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, holy, get me out of here. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck. I'm kind of feeling John's arms. Elbow saying, don't go down too far. Don't go down too far. Okay. Yeah, y'all. And I was looking at the video, and I would clear this up. I kind of saw with my own eyes growing up how these men, I've seen a man drag a woman down the stairs by her head, as they say, snatch her ball. And nothing happened. I've seen them walk around with the busted up lips, and then they get this kilo, because they punch you here in the head. So then you get to start getting this big thing here on your head, or the big thing here. And then they used to have the big things on the lips, keloids from that punch, and it never goes away. So it looks like a big bubble. So I don't know about happily ever after. That's a bullshit lie for me. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck. Yeah. I don't know that side of the relationship. Maybe if I'd have seen it. But I do true crime now, honey. And them European Africans been lying to us for a long time. They got more wives buried in the backyard. Oh, let me get this. They got more wives buried in the backyard than any other group of people on this planet. And you're telling your daughter to tame him. I know he's a animal, a murderous animal, but you gotta have him. If not, you can't get into heaven. Oh, I know he's on the sex registry, but you gotta have him, because if not, your child won't get into heaven. Oh, I know he talks and treats his mother like garbage, but you gotta have him. Because it's not, how will people look at you? Oh, I know he'll never buy you any food or pay any kind of bills, but you gotta have him. You gotta have him. And no, you don't. No, you don't. I think the best day of a woman's life is they don't never touch her. Yes. I think if you don't never know what it is, you don't never have them punch it on you. Okay. Alright, let me do this again. Because when I wanted to put when I put my hand on, I don't think I want it. Okay, this is something different. 23, 5. Alright. 2 and 3 is 5. Oh boy. Just another day. Just Thursday. Whew. And this will all be a memory. Oh, 61. Whew. We got another roll on Thursday, and then that's it. Just your pace, bet your walk with Vicky will never do another number shake again. Her little girl inside can't take it. The anxiety is too great. Can't do it. 39. I can't do it. I gotta think about my little girl, and I want her calm and happy. Ooh. Okay. 66. 6 and 3s and 3s and 3s. That's what I'm thinking. I do know a little something about numerology. Muy poquito. Muy poquito. Oh, 66. But I know a little something. Whew. Let's see. Okay, 58 came back again. Maybe I didn't ball this up good enough. Okay. And then, so, okay, 6s. Okay, here we go. Let me reach all the numbers in order. 23, 61, 39, 66, 58, 46. 23, 61, 39, 66, 58, and 46. Hey! I hope I want the message from Tamika. But if y'all playing the numbers, I hope it works out for you. Like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe to be healthy. And y'all hit the bell so y'all know when I come on. Thanks for coming on the walk. Have a good evening.